All right, Keon. I just wanted to kind of get some information on this Skills USA competition. I see you brought home the gold medal. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But I kind of wanted to go through and tell our friends and family exactly how you won the competition, how you were introduced to it. Let's start with how were you introduced to the Skills USA competition?
Well, Belichick actually asked me to join the Skills USA competition. They really wanted me to represent Belichick because I am one of their top tier students when it comes to information technology, and I have a high GPA in school. So they really wanted me to represent the big BT for going against everyone in Ohio.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. So is this your first year? This your second year doing it, right?
Yes, but my first year was actually for drone photography and videography. That one I went straight to state because there wasn't enough competition. The competitors that we went up against quit mid drone term, so I just went straight to state when it came to that one.
Oh, okay.
And this year is for information technology, which I had to go through and fix computers. I had to tell them and describe to them what the different ports are on a computer. I had to reconfigure IP address on the computer, and I had to tell them how a networking system works and what connects to the networking system, what connects to a firewall, and how does a router connect to the firewall and connect to the modem to connect to the company, and how does the router connect to the different devices, which uses a WLN chip, which is actually inside the computer. And yeah, I also had to go through and describe how much RAM was in the computer, the BIOS of a computer, how much storage was in it. To go through and just basically give them what the computer was and how it worked. Explain to them what they didn't know, as if they didn't know what the computer was at all. So I had to go through that, and then they had this piece of paper. I had to go and write what every port on the computer is and how it works, what it does, the purposes of it, what cables communicate and connect with it, and stuff like that. So I had to do some CMD commands for showing them what a IP address was and what it was connected to. For like, okay, is it connected to the Belichick OS server or is it connected to the Google server? And also, like, what was the IP address? What's the MAC address? Stuff like that. And yeah, so I went through all that, and everyone finished relatively pretty quickly. I will say I was a little bit slow with it, but I wanted to take my time and go through everything properly. And the biggest thing was I wasn't afraid to talk to them and communicate with them and ask questions. I feel like that also helped me with points because yes, it's a technology competition, but what they want is professionalism. They want to see how professional you are with communicating for technology. If I'm going to work with a customer, I'm going to talk to that customer and figure out what I'm doing with their device. Because there's no point of taking the device if I don't know what I'm doing, because then in that case, it just wastes my time and wastes their time. So my biggest thing was communication, communication, communication.
Oh my God.
Which is why it's Skills USA Tech information communication skills, so yeah, so I did that. I went through there. It was a wonderful experience, I will say. um, Me personally, I am very proud of getting the gold medal. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting it, but getting it shows me my true potential and shows me that I'm one of the best of the best when it comes to the Ohio standards of fixing computers and stuff like that. Considering the fact that I went up against different schools, different trade schools. You're talking Ohio State, Miami University. I went up against those guys, and there was even this one kid. He was like, "Oh, I got this certification, this certification, this certification. Good luck." And I didn't see him on stage today. So yeah, so that goes to show. And yeah, so that's basically what I did. That's what we had to go through. I'm very excited to go to state representing Big BT Butler Tech, and I'm going with the motivation to win. And if I don't win, I definitely will take the information and things I got from this and use it to propel myself for even more education and more skills and certifications. So I do appreciate this interview with you, Mrs. Mortali, and yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm very proud of you, Keon. I know that when we get to state, I believe in my heart and knowing your not potential, I know your ability. I know how well mannered and how hard you work and how much you study. I think you're getting state. It ain't no think. It is. You're taking the gold home for state, and next you're going for that international competition. So I'm definitely proud of you, son.
Yes, and just to clarify, so what I did today, I went against everyone in Ohio. Next, I'm going to go against everyone in the United States, and then in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, when I do win, I'll be going against everyone in the world. We're talking Russian, we're talking North America, South America, Canada, Europe. It's going to be the best of the best, and when I win, I'll be representing the United States of America for the best IT and the world.
Wow. Amazing. Congratulations, son. I love you.
Thank you. Love you too.